Welcome you all for the Knowledge is Power. Hope you are ready to solve a few of the hardest mysteries that we're gonna give you in the next few minutes. Without further delay, let's jump onto the video. A serial killer kidnapped 5 different people and sat them down each with 2 pills in their hand and a glass of water. He told them each to take 1 pill but warned them that one was poisonous and the other was harmless. Whichever pill the victim didn't take, the serial killer would take. Every victim somehow chose the poisonous pill and died. How did the serial killer get them all to take the poisonous pill? You have 30 seconds. Let's try it. Neither of the pills was poisonous. The poison was in the water that all the victims used to swallow their pill. Fairly simple, I guess, but not for those kidnappers. Okay. Let's move into the second mystery. A couple went to Hawaii for their honeymoon. Unfortunately, the husband returned home alone because his wife had died in a horrible boating accident. The police contacted the travel agent he booked the trip with and arrested him for murdering his wife. How did they know he did it? So, any idea how this happened? You got 30 seconds again. The travel agent revealed that he had only booked a one-way ticket for his wife. Did you guess it? He should have thought about it. Quite a tricky one, I think. Okay, let's look into today's third mystery case. A chemist was murdered in his own lab. The only evidence was a piece of paper that had the names of chemical substances written on it. The substances were nickel, carbon, oxygen, lanthanum, and sulfur. The chemist only had 3 people come by his lab on the day of the murder: fellow scientist Claire, his nephew Nicholas, his wife, and his friend Mark. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? Your time starts now. There was a very obvious clue on the piece of paper. If you combine the abbreviations of the chemical substances on the paper, you'll get a name. Did you guess it? I think it was a quite tricky one. Okay. Let's jump to the fourth one. A man was found on the floor dead with a cassette recorder in one hand and a gun in the other. When the police arrived at the scene, they pressed play on the recorder. It was the man's voice. He said, "I have nothing else to live for. I can't go on," followed by the sound of a gunshot. After listening, the police knew that this was a murder, not a suicide. What do you think? How police knew that was a murder? You have 30 seconds. If the dead man had killed himself, he wouldn't have been able to press the reverse button on the cassette recorder. Hope you agree with that. Okay. Here is today's final mystery case. A woman was in court for killing her husband. She said she wasn't guilty and that she dearly missed him. In the closing statement, the woman's lawyer stands up and says, her husband was just missing. Everyone look at the doors. He's going to walk through them in about 30 seconds. The entire jury stares at the doors waiting for this woman's husband to walk through the doors. The lawyer and the woman stare at the jury. The lawyer concludes by saying, see, if you were so sure she killed her husband, you wouldn't be watching that door. The jury immediately gave a guilty verdict. Why? The woman was watching the jury and not the doors because she knew that her husband wouldn't walk through them because she had killed him. If she has really missed him like she said, she would have been watching the doors. Okay then, that is the end of today's video. We hope you got the all point. What do you think of today's video? Let us know in the comment sections. See you in the next video.